Yes, if I confirm, it's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy. The chopper of them and the fryer of plantain. 1995, 1999 Gidigbo champion. The first Igbo governor of Lagos State. But once I say yes, we fit. Yes. Yeah! Yes, for that confirm. Welcome once again to another episode of Africa Today Show with your top Foxy P in the building. I like your boy chopper of them and the fryer of plantain. Chilling right here in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming at you real heavy. Today is Monday, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first Monday of August 2014. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm going to jump right into it because a lot of things are happening in Africa. Number one, I don't know whether I've heard this story, but apparently over 50 president, prime minister and their attachments are here in the United States, right here in Washington, D.C. What are they doing? The meeting of President Obama, confirmed. 50. And I heard that story. I was like, 50 of you people. One person said people should come. All of you are coming. Come on, that don't make no sense. You cannot tell 10 presidents of Asian countries to come and meet with Obama here. Why can't he go there and meet with them? There should be some respect. It's the way we carry ourselves that dictates how the world looks at us. How can you tell 50 presidents to report to the high table? You know, it's almost like you're telling them that come and visit your queen. You know, Africans are always looking for all kind of colonial mentalities to be following. It's like your king has told you, you have been summoned by his highness to come and visit with him. 50 of you people. You don't born Obama, we're letting call 10 president from Europe to come and meet with him. Yeah, he has to go and meet with them there. So why can't he come and meet with you guys there? Think about it, it don't make no sense. I was thinking about this, I was scattering my head, you know, trying to understand the reason for the meeting. Basically, they're saying that one of the main reasons is because with all the insecurity in Africa right now, you have a whole bunch of all this Arab uprising, all them terrorists, paro kind of people. And so US is kind of worried because now all them old places where they used to go and train all these guys, them Afghanistan kind of places, Yemen kind of places, they don't daribo, everything don't scatter all those places. So now they're not going to places like northern Nigeria, Boko Haram, Paro. You know, they're going to Mali for training. Kenya, Al-Shabaab, all that kind of stuff, you know, ISIS, all this kind of things. So they're very concerned about that, number one. Number two, all this health parole that's going on, you know, Ebola, this one, that one, this one, they're concerned about it too. And number three, China, you know what I'm talking about, the Chinese people, yeah, people that fight karate, confirm, yeah. America is concerned because China is making a lot of inroads in Africa. And I read this one stat and I was very surprised when I saw it. They said, China has invested so much into Africa right now in terms of like building roads, building schools, building bridges, building things like that, that whenever they're coming to work, they bring their own workers in, and most of those workers decide not to move back. So now you've had, in the past 20 years, about 1 million Chinese people have moved to Africa permanently. And I was like, wow. It reminds me of the fact that we have, you know, I don't know whether people know this, you know, but recently in Lagos, they set up a Chinatown. There's a Chinatown in Lagos, Nigeria, confirmed. So I was like, wow. So US is concerned. They're concerned because now the African countries are moving more towards China. We're selling more oil towards China than we've ever done in the history of time. We're sending more of our natural resources and stuff like that to China. So US is concerned because another thing is that China is number 2 economy in the world behind the US, and they are projecting that by like 2040, 2050, China might become number 1 economy. So US is concerned. But my own thing is this, right? How can you as Americans say that you are concerned when in fact your president has only visited Africa twice in this his whole 2 terms that he's been in power? But do you know how many times Chinese people be visiting constantly? They're not in Togo, they're in Ghana to Sierra Leone. They're traveling all over the place. They're doing what they need to do. Another thing that now concerns me is this, right? He said, all the African leaders are there, almost 50 of them are there, this one, down. So I said, that's pretty cool. You know, these are the leaders of the poorest countries coming to meet with the leader of the richest country in the world. However, the irony is that in that room of 50 leaders, 50 African leaders, who are the leaders of the poorest country, Obama's in there with them, who is the leader of the richest country, might in fact be the poorest man inside that room. Do you understand? I mean, that's like backhand slap giving itself from that slap. I mean, that's like turning your own head and wiping it on top of concrete. Like, how does that even make sense? The fact that Obama, who I think is worth, what did they say, like between $2 to $12 million, you know, compared to these boys that 12 million is how much they're dashing their girlfriend, like, don't come here again, you are bastard gay, you get out, you don't even have to put it in your mouth, don't come here no more. That's a crazy thing to me. And also they said that they didn't really invite all the African leaders, some people that have done really bad things, like that Bashir guy that's in Sudan that's always causing all kind of wahala. They didn't invite him, and of course, Popsi, Babao, Robert Mugabe. They say, you have lost all your America visiting potential. You can't come. When in fact, I believe they should have invited them. Let them do them what they did to go on. Go on, left the country, left Nigeria. And that's when they now coup him. That's the sweetest time to coup anybody. So if Mugabe leaves, maybe somebody else can come and coup him. Confirmed. Who knows? What do I know? Just out on YouTube. Among the leaders who didn't come, they said the president of Liberia, Aunties Eileen Salif, she didn't come. And also the person in charge of Sierra Leone didn't come as well. They said this Ebola thing, they are dead, they are taking care of it, confirmed. I don't know if they're the ones that said they don't want to come, or maybe the American, they're afraid that the person now come from that country that has Ebola, come and shake our president, he now has it, now give it to Michelle, Michelle give it to Salia, Salia give it to Maliat. You never know what might happen. I don't know, but they said they're not coming. And now talking about this Ebola parole, I don't know whether you have heard this thing, but death rate has gone up from, I think it was 660 when I did that video last week, to now it's almost like 890, almost 900 something. I, for one, think it's kind of slowed down. If you're talking about you've only had 100 deaths or 200 deaths from something that's as communicable as this disease that has like almost a 90% kill rate, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. They said they've been doing a lot of things. They've been isolating people. They've been doing a lot of things. And they're encouraging people in the villages in Africa to stop eating bushmeat. I don't think it's the bushmeat that's the problem. They can eat bushmeat if they like. Stop eating that bat meat. Do not eat bat meat no more. It's bad for you. It's terrible. It doesn't even have meat on it. They shouldn't even call it bat meat. Call it bat bone. Stop eating that bat bone. That bat is the one that has the Ebola. That's the one that transmits. So they're talking about they don't want any fresh infection to happen. So stop eating it. But this Ebola thing now brought another thing into the whole setup and everything else. I don't know whether you guys are following this story, but apparently we had 2 American doctors who contracted Ebola in West Africa. And because of that, US now sent a top secret medicational serum to them. I said one of the guys that had the thing, he had like the rash had broken out on his body, he's throwing up, shitting himself, going there like someone that ate like old money. You know when you gotta make money on Saturday, you now put it in your fridge, never now take lights. Then your house can now warm it for you on Tuesday, and there's been no light for 3 days. And you eat that money, shitting and pissing and throwing up at the same time, confirmed. This guy was going crazy. And then also they now came and gave that guy that serum. As they gave it to him like this, whoa! That's how in the next 3 hours, his body started to normalize and everything else. And then the US was now able to use private jet to now bring him back to the United States. So But this thing has now turned people to now be going crazy. Now saying, I thought they said this thing doesn't have cure. How come the US has the cure? They didn't tell us. Why would they tell you? It's their own citizen. It's their own citizen. What do they care about the whole bunch of Africans that are dying? Is when it's their own citizen. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's forget about race and everything else. Let's not bring that in. The fact is this. The US cares about their own people. You understand what I'm talking about? Look at the flip side. If it was Nigerians that are dying of this thing here in the US, you think Nigeria will send any kind of top secret serum to us? It's not going to happen. Number one. Number two, even all this is happening in Ukraine, did Nigeria evacuate anybody? Some of my boys, one of my boys that's even planning his traditional wedding. He called the embassy. They are fighting this of where I am. I beg, send me ticket, let me go back to Nigeria. He was trying to use it to go and go for his traditional wedding. They say, if they are fighting, then move, dress. When you see that you're fighting on TV, why are you still there? Come and stay near this embassy. So, can I come and collect a room? Can I come and put mat under the tree? If you want to relax, they confirm. I'm telling you, we don't care about our own people. So we shouldn't be surprised when another country cares about its people. And all this thing about, you didn't know that there was a secret cure. All these things, they are ready for biological warfare. They do have all of these things. It may not be a cure. It might just be something that can just help with the physiological, impetus. You nurses and doctors are there. You can explain more. But what I'm hearing is that thing is not a cure that they gave the 2 guys, the man and the woman that have the Ebola kidney. But to God be the glory, they say that they're taking them private jets. Private jets. What does Nigeria do with private jets? Our oil minister has 2 that are renting the government. This life, pot of beans and Gary confirmed. And that story that's hitting us from Kenya. This Kenyan people that reporting on something happened in China. Apparently this one guy is 44 years old and he went to the hospital. He said his stomach is paining, someone is peppering him. He now went to the hospital. Going into the hospital, they're not checking. I said, nah, this thing is not just ordinary stomach pain. He said, I don't know. I think maybe I ate a beans that spoiled. I don't know what's going on. Maybe my wife. He said, no, your wife's not trying to kill you. Neither is your mother not trying to kill you. What's doing you is period pain. The guy said, period pain. Did I drink my donut instead of Panadol? They said, no, what's doing you is period pain. You have period pain. We look inside your body and we found fully developed egg. egg, you have uterus and all that kind of things. At the same time, he has a John Thomas confirmed. So this guy was not concerned, like, me have a John Thomas that's confirmed. I've been satisfying my wife for 10 years of marriage, no complaints, no nothing. How can I not have this? Then I'll say, you know what? You are actually one of the people who are bi-sex. You have the both sex paroles and everything else. You have the John Thomas and you have the everything else for a woman, except the opening for it to be enjoying themselves. If not, if he has the both of them, you know for a fact he will stay inside his house, he will never come out, he'll just be soaping. Confirm. So ladies and gentlemen, they now said that over 3,000 people have this in a million. Which I think is a very bad math. They also said it's 1 in like 30,000, something like that. I don't even know what the math would be. But it said 3,000 people in a million are usually born with both reproductive organs inside. But sometimes one will have power over the other. I don't know whether people remember that Falcon babe from like 2000 and something. I went to, she was playing as a Falcon for girls and everything else. So it's when she now went to the other female World Cup, scoring goals. Even me and Ham was like, this girl can run speed, sha. When she's running like this, something's moving inside her knicker. That's why I now went to check and I found out that this girl is a guy and a girl. Confirm. She had the both. So they now had to do a kind of surgery. Now she's living in America as a man. Interesting. So that's the question for today, ladies and gentlemen. What would you do if you find out that the person that you're married to for years, maybe 5 years, 10 years, actually has both reproductive organs? I'm not saying from like a homosexual or, you know, I'm not talking about that, whether they're straight or gay, I'm not talking about that, or their sexual orientation, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about naturally blessed, that God has given them the both. Maybe it's a man, he has a John Thomas and also has everything inside, or a woman that has, you know what I'm trying to say. So what will you do? Will you end the marriage? Will you carry on? Will you say, to God be the glory? You are two of us, you can understand how I feel because you're part of my sex, confirm. I don't know how you guys want to treat it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this show today. Thank you so much for your support. This past weekend, myself and Chief Obi went to Igbo Unite Convention in Atlanta. It's a wonderful event. It was an event put together for Igbo youths by Igbo youths here in America. It was beautiful. We're there, we performed. Fino was there. You know, Casey, our Pakete Master was there. The Limpopo King was there as well. And we did a comedy show put together by Namoski. You know, I was on stage. I shared the stage with none other than Yvonne Orji, who's like a big Nigerian star in LA. And also Chinedu, who's a comedian who has performed in all kinds of places. This guy is writing for comedy shows on Showtime. This guy is doing his own comedy on Comedy Network. I mean, Yvonne has like a pilot that's coming out. These are like major superstars, and we shared the stage with them. It was a huge thing. Igbo Unite people, they took good care of us, giving us food to chop, giving us shy. They even bought me an SC. They said, I said, what about Alamo? They said they don't have. I said, don't worry about it. I got my Alamo with me. Because you know, Foxy don't go nowhere without no Alamo confirmed. Took really good care of us. Everything was wonderful. We had a wonderful time. See fine babies. Everybody was there. All the babies that are there, they are lawyer, they are doctor. I'm telling you, Father Almighty, Chief Obi was even complaining to me that if he had known, he would have gone there with cola and palm wine. So he can marry at least 2, 3, or 4 of those babies. Because I'm telling you, the Igbo people at that event was Tam, Dachi, all the boys, either they're working in oil company or whether they're doing accounting. No Otakara boys there, no Otakara girls there. Everybody was correct and I was loving it. I was like, yeah, this is my people, confirm. Ginger. So all those animals that be disturbing me about that whole my Biafra video that I did, that be attacking me on my email, telling me that I'm useless, I'm not good for anything, that my father must be Hausa, that I'm not a sellout, God will punish all of you in Jesus' name, because guess what? I'm doing more for the Igbo race than any of you wild animals have done in your entire life. I'm signing out right now. My name is Foxy P. I'll see you guys later on. I'll see you tomorrow. Man, take care. As I talk anytime when I end this show. Anything to die in a vulture, I'm going to die. Suck that breast when that, suck that breast when that, suck that breast. Ginger. Yeah.